what were your emotions or feelings towards Ben Simmons?
Well, back to your point, let's start with that first. Before I get into that, I do think that the making fun of Ben will be quiet. I don't know if it ever come to an end, especially in Philly. I think any chance they get, nobody's ever perfect. People are gonna make mistakes. People are gonna have bad games, and any chance that they get when he does have those mishaps or those games, they're gonna be on him. And to be fair, Philly is like that with everybody, not just with Ben, but everybody that comes through that building or plays in that building or plays for that team, they hold you to a standard. And they're going to heckle you. They're going to criticize you. They're going to boo you when you're not playing well or performing. But when you're doing well, they're going to love you. And they're going to show you if you're working hard and doing the blue collar work, they're going to embrace you. But in the height of it, I said, knowing that, because I said I was my first year playing with Ben, he's one of the main reasons why I came back and re-signed with Philly. I had a great performance the year prior, and I re-signed with them thinking that I had a career high in three-point attempts, if I'm not mistaken. I was getting a lot of good looks, shot it pretty well from the perimeter. I didn't have to be the main defender every night on the ball. I had him guarding the main guy, and me being a second primary defender, and we could switch off type of situation. So I enjoyed playing with him. And when he made his decision to not play, I think it affected me as well as Tobias and some others the most. So it was very frustrating. I think the more frustrating part was the fact that we were kind of on the outs. He didn't really communicate with us as much of what was going on. And for us, we were just like, we're not a part of the front office. We're not a part of the guys that's trying to trade you or this. We're just your teammates. We're guys that we thought you considered brothers or friends and would still communicate with us. I think he felt he had to be a certain way toward us in order for himself to, keep that mindset to be traded or to force his way out, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, there was a lot of frustration. There's a lot of miscommunication. And then at a point there was, a weird air of if we were even cool or friends or not. So we didn't know. Obviously at this point, we're both not in Philly. We speak, we say hello, and we're fine. And I think he's in a better mental space. So I didn't know what he was going through during that time. We try to support him as much as we can. But when somebody doesn't accept your support or doesn't reach out or communicate or even acknowledge when you reach out to them, it gets very frustrating. So yes, during that time, it was frustrating, not just as a on a personal level, but also on the court. It was tough, not playing with him, not having him there on the court, in the locker room, on the defensive end of the floor, rebounding, and offensive end to be able to facilitate the offense, but also not be able to speak to him. When you see him, he's kind of in his own zone, own world, and we didn't see him that often. So, and you hear all the stuff in the media and everybody saying this, that, and other, and, this is a selfish act, but, we tried to be there as much as we could, support him mentally, and we didn't know exactly what he was going through, but it was frustrating just not be able to get that same or any type of communication back.